All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right, well, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Easy Money, a sports betting show, Thursday, March 28th, 2024. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
I'm pretty good. Ready for some Cincinnati Reds opening day baseball here.
About an hour, under an hour,
Yeah.
about 45, 50 minutes or
Yep.
so.
Yeah, it'll start a little bit after 4, so see if they can get a win against the Nationals.
I think they will. I thought it was an interesting choice. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I thought it was an interesting choice to start Montas today as the opening day starter.
Well, they announced that 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I just thought it was interesting that because I don't know if he's. I think he's going to be good for us, but I don't know if he's going to be the ace. If he is going to be the ace of the staff.
Yeah, I don't know if we have an ace. I think we may have 3 or 4 pretty good pitchers, but I don't know who. I mean, the hope I know people would be Hunter Green would be the ace.
I think Abbott could turn into that guy as well.
Yeah. Well, if
Ashcraft has the ability as well.
Even before he got hurt, what's his name? I can't pronounce it.
Dulo or something like that.
Yeah, he has that capability. So they've got pitchers that are capable. I think it's just a situation to see who steps up.
Like I'm saying, I'm not saying that I think it's a bad move starting Montas today. It just kind of surprised me because I thought it might be Green or Abbott, guys that you had there, and performed pretty well last year. I thought one of them might get it, but I mean, Montas can pitch. He's shown in the majors he can pitch. I think he's a good pickup for it. So I don't have a problem with him starting today. Only thing that worries me is going into the season already with Friedel hurt, McLean out, possibly the whole season, depending on how he just had shoulder surgery, I think, yesterday. So they're hoping to get him back this season, but they don't know if they will.
Yep.
It just seems like we have, there's a couple other guys. It just seems like injuries are starting to pile up already, and we're just not getting ready to play our first game.
Yep.
Hey, how's it going, Glenn? So that does worry me a little bit. Because that's what derailed us last year.
Yeah.
Really was injuries. I mean, there was a time where we didn't have no pitchers. It was like all of our pitchers got hurt. Yeah, so I am excited about opening day of baseball. Plus, Sweet 16 picks up today.
Yeah, tonight. Yeah.
There's a couple good games. I think there's going to be a couple good games not tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you got Connecticut, I think, tonight.
UConn plays San Diego State. That's a rematch.
That was a rematch from the championship last year. Yeah.
UConn's 11.5-point favorite in that game.
Yeah, I've got that down. One of my picks.
And then you have Illinois and Iowa State is the late game tonight. That should be. I think that's going to be a real good game.
Yeah. I think Illinois has got a chance, but Iowa State's pretty good.
They've been playing well, a lot well here toward the end of the season. They really got caught fire going into the tournament, going into the conference tournament, and then the tournament.
Yeah, they have. Kind of like North Carolina State has.
And then tomorrow you get Duke and Houston.
I think tomorrow's
And
Purdue and Gonzaga,
Yeah.
which was a real good game earlier in the year. I mean, they met early though.
Yeah,
I think Purdue beat them by 1, I think, or something like that. I think earlier in the year.
I was thinking it was by like 3 or 4, but it might have been.
Okay.
It might have been.
I know it's close.
I know. Yeah, it was a close game. I can't remember exactly, but for some reason, I'm wanting to say it was around like 3 or 4 points. But no, actually, I heard Gonzaga's coach talking about the matchup on Colin Cowherd earlier this week, and he was talking about how hard it is to prepare for Edie.
Yep.
'Cause like he said, it's not something you see all the time.
That's
So he said, and with Purdue being able to space the floor, it can make it difficult. So I think Purdue has a good chance of winning. I'm not a Purdue fan at all, but I wouldn't be too mad if they made it to the national championship.
No, I'm a Big Ten fan, so I'm rooting for what we got left: Illinois and Purdue. Is that it?
I think so.
Because Northwestern lost.
Oh, do we have? Well, I guess them teams aren't in it to next year, are they? Like,
yeah,
because you have some of the new teams that came over. I don't know if any of them are still in the tournament or not, but
yeah,
because I know like UCLA, USC, and Oregon, and all them are going to be in the Big Ten. All right. Well, I went 4-4 yesterday, so
you better be.
Wasn't great, but wasn't terrible. It puts me at 214 and 206 for this year.
I went 2-4. I sucked at the NBA last 2 days. I went 0-2 on the NBA, 1-1 in college, and 1-1 in hockey. So not a real great day.
Yeah, I went 1-3 in the NBA. Didn't have a good night in the NBA last night. Pacers got beat by like 25 fucking points.
No shit. I picked the Pacers. Like, okay, man, they're gonna beat Chicago.
They've played terrible against Chicago this year too. I don't know why I thought yesterday was going to be different. They're 1-3 versus Chicago this season now. Warriors beat the Magic. I had the Warriors at the plus 4.5, but Warriors ended up winning that game, even with Draymond Green getting ejected in the first 4 minutes of the fucking game. I do that. Can't stay on the damn court. Clippers lost to the Sixers, I think by like 1, but I had them at the 6.5. So, and then the Rockets beat the Thunder. I had the Thunder in that game at the minus 3.5. I went 2-0 in college basketball with Seton Hall in Utah, and then 1-1 in hockey.
Yes, Seton Hall destroyed UNLV. I mean, they beat them bad.
All right. Well, I guess we'll start in the NBA. There's only 2 games. I only went with 1 game tonight. I'm going to take the Milwaukee Bucks at the minus 1.5 on the road at New Orleans Pelicans. Bucks are minus 120 on the money line. Pelicans are plus 102 on the money line. Over-unders at 224.5. I'm going to take the Bucks at the minus 1.5. Only other game is Celtics and Hawks, and Celtics are 16.5 point favorites. This is too many points for me, so I decided to just go with the Bucks. Did you do any NBA?
I didn't do any NBA. Half the NBA. I'm back on that kick.
Yeah, like I said, there was only a couple games. That's not what I was looking for. College basketball tonight. I'm in NCAA March Madness. I'm going to take Arizona at the minus 6.5 versus Clemson. Arizona's the number 2 seed. Clemson's the 6th seed. Arizona's a minus 300 favorite. Clemson is plus 240 on the money line. Over-unders at 152.5. I like Arizona at the minus 6.5. We'll take UConn at the minus 11.5 versus San Diego State. UConn's the number 1 seed. San Diego State's a 5 seed. This is a rematch of last year's national championship game, which UConn won. UConn's a minus 820 favorite, so they're a big favorite. San Diego State's plus 550 on the money line. Over-unders at 137.5. And then liking for tonight in college basketball is going to be number 3 Illinois against number 2 Iowa State. I'm going to take Illinois at the plus 1.5. This game's almost a pick 'em. Iowa State's minus 115 on the money line. Illinois is minus 105 on the money line. Over-unders at 146.5. I've watched this Illinois team play a few times in the tournament, a couple times in the tournament now. I like the way they play. I think they're going to win this game. So I do like them at the plus 1.5. I think Illinois wins the game outright.
Okay, my college basketball, I also have Arizona minus 6.5 against Clemson, and I've also got UConn minus 11.5 against San Diego State. That's my college basketball picks for tonight.
All right, NHL tonight. I'm going with the Maple Leafs on the money line at home against the Capitals. Senators on the money line at home against the Blackhawks. The Blues on the money line at home against the Flames. And the Rangers on the money line on the road at the Avalanche. That's going to be my hockey picks for tonight.
Okay, my hockey picks for tonight, I've got Minnesota at home. I'll take them money line against San Jose. I've got Vegas on the road at Winnipeg. I'll take Vegas money line. I've got Philadelphia money line on the road at Montreal, and I have Chicago money line on the road against Ottawa. That's my NHL picks for tonight.
All right. And that leaves opening day of baseball. Opening day of MLB right now. You have one game going on, and the Angels are up 1-0 over the Baltimore Orioles. That game is in the bottom of the first inning. Orioles do have bases loaded with no outs. So this Angels lead might be pretty short-lived. But the Angels was able to get on the scoreboard right off the bat. They have Sandoval on the mound for them. And it looks like Santander is on the mound for at bat for the Orioles. But yeah, and then you have quite a few games that start here about 10 after 4, 11 after 4. Bunch of games start here in about 40 minutes. You got the Yankees and Astros, Nationals, Reds, bunch of them. But games I'm going to go with for today, I'm going to take the Reds on the money line against the Washington Nationals. I'm going to take the Minnesota Twins on the money line against the Kansas City Royals. It's at minus 126. The Reds was at minus 152. Next game I'm going to take is going to be the Texas Rangers at the plus 1.5 against the Chicago Cubs. And then my last game for today is going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line at home against the Colorado Rockies. So I'm going Twins money line, Reds money line, Rangers plus 1.5, and the D-backs on the money line. It'll be my MLB opening day picks.
I didn't do any baseball. I've never really did baseball. I'm gonna have to look into it and maybe start doing
I done pretty good on baseball
Yeah.
last
it.
year.
Yeah, you
The first couple weeks of baseball to me is harder because guys are just getting back into it. Sometimes it takes some of the pitchers a little bit longer to get going. But then after about that first month of the season, oh, you can do pretty good at your pitching matchups
Yep.
and what teams ERAs are, or not ERA, batting averages are. Uh, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think you can do pretty good just by going off that, but it's hard to begin the season because you really don't have no games to go off of how the team's been hitting, or you got spring training, but spring training is a whole different ball game than what regular season is. So I mean, in spring training, you're facing guys that don't even make rosters. Where now you're facing presumably the best players in the game has to offer. Looking forward to it. Red start here in about 40 minutes, 38 minutes or so. But like I said, there's a bunch of games that start at 4 o'clock, and there's a lot of games that start like at 7:30. And you even have a game that starts at 10. You have 2 games that start, or no, 3 games that start at 10 tonight. So, should be an interesting MLB season as well. Plus, you got the Otani stuff going on, and so baseball been making the news here a little bit more than what they have been lately.
Yeah, that's true. Not all good either.
But all right, if you missed we did air one of the shows from the WCWO Wrestling at the Indiana Comic Con last night on our YouTube page. Go check that out. We'll be getting probably gonna get at least one more up, maybe 2 more up this evening. I'll be getting them up as quick as I can. But check those out on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. A lot of good matches on there. And then, like I said, we'll be live Saturday, Bearcat Rumble here in DCCW, Muncie, Indiana. Rob Van Dam will be there. If you're in the area, get your tickets and be there. If not, you can watch it on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. And then on Sunday at 3 o'clock, we'll be live at Warrior Pro Wrestling 30. So go check them out.
Yeah, they announced yesterday that Michael Elgin will be there too. People, some people should be familiar with him. Outstanding wrestler, Ring of Honor, former Ring of Honor champion, wrestled in TNA, wrestled in Japan. Outstanding performer. He's going to be there, so definitely want to check that out too.
Oh yeah, both shows should be good. Should be a good weekend of wrestling. We appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back tomorrow right around 3 o'clock with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.